All right, gentlemen, I'm going to bring in a special guest right now because we have a very
I'll miss
special
you.
tournament. Missed you for like a few minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to put you in the green room, gentlemen. That's right. We have a green room here on One Soccer today because we do have a special tournament that's coming on up. It's the Women's Interprovincial Championship, inaugural Interprovincial Championship, August 12th to the 14th. This is where we're going to bring in teams from League One Ontario, League One BC, and then two teams from Quebec. So who better to talk about this great tournament than the president of League One Canada, Dino Rossi. Welcome to the show, Dino. First time guest here on the show. It's great to have you on.
Thank you, Andy. I really appreciate the opportunity.
So let's talk about this great tournament. So interprovincial competition, as I mentioned, first time ever. League BC also just joined in May of 2022, so just this year. What's the ultimate goal of this tournament? Why did it even come about? What are you hoping to achieve?
Well, the genesis of this was, if I've got to give credit where credit is due, is my former colleague, Carmelina Moscato. She looked at the landscape of Canadian soccer, and we have the Canadian Championship was a great tournament for the men, and League One Ontario and PLSQ, our champions, get to play in that tournament. But what is that carrot? What is that ring for the best women's teams in this province and in this country to strive for, with no Canadian Championship existing at this time? So she and the president of Soccer Quebec worked together to put the framework for this. And now that we're post-COVID and we can have some ambition again, we put the plan together to launch this event hand in hand with the rollout of League One Canada, which we announced earlier this year. So the Interprovincial Championship is just a critical piece of what we're trying to achieve with League One Canada, which is to elevate, unite, and expand this level of soccer across Canada from coast to coast.
Well, we are huge Carm fans here at One Soccer, that's for sure. And I do love this concept because you're right. We've seen it elsewhere in the men's game. We've also seen it in other sports, right? You even just look at hockey, Memorial Cup. It's one thing to strive to win your league title, but to now know that winning that league title means you get a berth into another competition where then you can win that one, I think is really huge and really beneficial to the game. And speaking of the game, as I mentioned, you had League One Ontario, for the women, 2015, in Quebec 2018, and now League One BC just joining in May of this year. How have Canadians, how have people been responding to the semi-professional women's game here in Canada?
I think the support has been great, and it's improving. I can say that on our side in Ontario, we've had better crowds this year than we've had in the past. There's more excitement around the sport, the women's game in general. I mean, our national teams are rock stars, right? And these young women who compete in our leagues, some of them are rightfully striving to be on that stage. And this is a great opportunity to see the stars of the future. This past Saturday, we were in Vaughan for the League One Ontario women's final. And I don't know if you've had a chance to check it out, but the goal that what I think is a future women's national team star, and Rosa Malouf, scored to seal the deal in that game is a worldie. I mean, it deserves a Pushkas Award consideration. It's so good. So the quality is great. The fan support is getting better, and events like this just elevate everything. It creates a bigger stage, more profile for the players, and for our women who are either getting ready to go to university or in university, or maybe have graduated. It creates more incentive to stay involved in the game and play in their hometown, represent their community, and strive for the biggest award available right now. And who knows what this could lead to? Maybe it leads into a Canadian Championship for women. Maybe it leads into a pathway to a CONCACAF tournament. Who knows? But our goal obviously is to see professional. If we're in the game at this level, we want to see a professional women's league in this country, and this is a feeder for what we hope will exist in a handful of years. So we're really excited, and we think the future is extremely bright.
Well, you're already giving me a little bit of insight into what you're thinking, because obviously as president, you want to sit back and enjoy the here and now and the games and what's being produced in the moment, but you're also thinking ahead. And with Vancouver or BC, just coming on board as well, Is there plans for expansion? Is there just, any little peek into the future that you can give us when it comes to the women's side of League One?
Absolutely. I mean, both women's and men's, our plan is to expand. We want to have a league that operates in the prairies. We want to have a league that operates in Atlantic Canada. We want to unite the entire country and create opportunities for everyone across this country to be able to play at this level, no matter where they live. In Ontario, we had a number of players come into League One Ontario from the prairies and from Atlantic Canada to play because they're looking for a higher level of competition than what they can have at home. We need to give them that higher level of competition at home. Maybe they'll still want to travel, but it doesn't have to be that case. And we've got to close these gaps that exist for the greater good of the sport. We're developing better players. Long-term player development has done a great job in producing more technical, more tactically sound players. We need to continue to give them a stage to graduate from youth to the senior game and hopefully on to the professional level, both female and male.
Before I let you go, again, the tournament coming up this weekend, where can people go to get tickets? How can people watch this?
Tickets are available online. Check out League One Ontario, League One Canada on Twitter and Instagram, and we're going to be posting links throughout the week on where to buy tickets. One Soccer obviously is a great partner, and they're going to be broadcasting all 4 games. We start on Friday with Alliance United from Ontario taking on AS Laval at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and at 6:30 it's the champions of the PLSQ, AS Blainville, against Varsity FC from BC. So it's going to be a great start. We have our finals and the 3rd place game on Sunday. And can't wait to see the trophy lift, to see who's taking the inaugural Interprovincial Championship Cup.
This is really exciting stuff. Dino, again, appreciate you taking the time, sharing the information, and wishing much success for the tournament this weekend.
Thank you, Andy. Really appreciate you guys having us on. Have a great day.